On this day in 1991, Tony Mowbray made his debut for Celtic. Tony Mowbray was Liam Brady's third major signing as Celtic manager, following the captures of Tony Cascarino and Gary Gillespie. He joined in a £1 million deal from Middlesbrough on the 7th of November 1991 as Brady looked to strengthen the defence in the aftermath of an embarrassing 5-1 defeat away to Neuchâtel Xamax in Switzerland. Mowbray was a guest of the club for the return match at Celtic Park, a 1-0 win on the 6th of November, and signed late the following day. In an interview for the Daily Record on Friday the 8th of November, Mowbray's Middlesbrough teammate and Celtic fan Bernie Slavin said, "Mogga will be a huge success with Celtic. He's a born leader, an inspirational figure who hates losing. Put it this way, he's the kind of guy who isn't frightened to stick his head in where it hurts. Tony is a fearless player who doesn't mind getting a few stitches, and he's had his share. He will be totally dedicated to the club, and I'm sure the Celtic fans will love him." His former manager at Borough, Bruce Rioch, was quoted in the same article, "If I had to fly to the moon, I would take Tony Mowbray along with me." Mowbray was a legend at Middlesbrough, where he had formed a solid defensive partnership with Gary Pallister, who signed for Manchester United 2 years before. So popular were they, the local council named 2 new roads after them. Tony Mowbray made his Celtic debut against Aberdeen at Celtic Park 2 days after signing, as they lined up Bonner, McNally, Morris, Galloway, Mowbray, Gillespie, O'Neill, McStay, Coyne, Nicholas, Collins, subs, Craney, Cascarino. Celtic started at 100 miles an hour and had Aberdeen pinned back in their own half for the first 10 minutes, but the Dons scored with their first attack, Jim Bett releasing Hans Hillhouse on the left with a long pass, and his cross shot landed at the feet of Owen Jess at the back post. His shot squirmed under Pat Bonner and in. Celtic hit back 2 minutes later when Paul McStay found Charlie Nicholas with a superb through ball. Nicholas skipped past a defender and rounded the goalkeeper to pass it into the bottom corner. 5 minutes from half-time, Chris Morris had to go off with a pulled hamstring and was replaced by Jerry Craney. Just after the change, Tony Mowbray almost scored an amazing debut goal, rifling a 30-yard shot across Theo Snelder's, only to see it crash off the junction of post and crossbar. Celtic's winner came on 63 minutes. Tommy Coyne's cross from the left, met by Jerry Craney. His diving header saw the ball driven into the ground and it bounced up and over Snelder's despairing dive. It was a very good debut for Mowbray, who told the Daily Record of the 11th of November 1991. "At Middlesbrough, we had to do something special to get real cheers from the crowd, but Parkhead was a wall of noise. The fans really are something special." The win saw Celtic leapfrog Aberdeen into third place, only 3 points behind leaders Hearts. But Mowbray was injured the following week in a 3-1 defeat at Tynecastle and didn't return until the new year as the season unravelled. It was a sign of things to come, as the player who barely missed a match for Middlesbrough suffered a series of niggling injuries that curtailed his appearances over the next 3.5 years, playing just 78 league games and scoring 6 goals. He also suffered the personal tragedy of losing his wife to breast cancer in 1995. Tony Mowbray was a wholehearted player and a real on-field leader, who performed well whenever he was fit, but he joined Celtic in the dying days of the old regime and was unable to play in the 1995 Scottish Cup final due to injury. He never won a major honour in his Celtic playing career, but he left a unique mark on the club. Before a pre-season friendly against Kickers Emden in Germany on the 23rd of July 1995, Tony Mowbray, who was almost as much the captain as Paul McStay was, instituted the very first huddle, a tradition which endures to the present day and has become synonymous with Celtic. Despite his unsuccessful stint as manager in season 2009-10, he can at least be fondly remembered for that.